All right. Hey, team. Welcome to our weekly Monday Night Huddle. I'm Amber Ike. I am your Emerald upline. And so really excited about tonight. But before we get right into our content for tonight's huddle, I just wanted to take a minute and recognize how amazing April was for our team. We just had an amazing team, an amazing month as a team. And we actually had some really awesome promotions. We had several silver promotions in the month of April. And one I wanted to recognize tonight real quick is Jeremy Sluts. He actually went silver in 15 days. And I just thought that was really exciting that he just jumped right in and went silver within 2 weeks. We had, and you guys let me know if I got this wrong. I did the math and I hope I didn't miss anyone, but we had 3 people promote to gold. Christine Stroud, her daughter, Sagan Osborne, a mother-daughter duo team, which is so exciting. And then Michelle Pullen went gold as well. We had 2 people promote to senior gold, Mary Kennerly and Kirsten York. And then we had our very own Lori Kerr promoted to senior ruby, you guys, which is really exciting. That means Lori's next step with Plexus is an Emerald Ambassador, which is just so exciting, really exciting. So just wanted to recognize you guys, and we are at the beginning of a very new month. So the sky is the limit for May. So write those goals down. If you have a promotion in mind this month that you would love to attain, write it down, share it with your upline, and let's make it happen. So I am really excited, like I said, about what we're going to be talking about tonight. This has been a long time coming, you guys. Our team has been growing like crazy over the last few months. And we are on this verge of explosive growth. For those of you who have been on our team for a while, you have probably noticed a shift in our team and just the amount of growth we've been experiencing lately. So your consistency in sharing our life-changing products, along with our freedom-focused compensation plan, has people joining this journey left and right, which is really exciting. But with this type of growth, duplication and systems are crucial to our continued success. And not only for business builders, but also for our awesome wholesalers. We want things in place, not just for people who want to go straight to the top and make life-changing income, but also for people who join for that wholesale discount, wanting to see success with our products. We want our wholesalers to jump into our team page and realize that we have things in place that will help ensure their success. So I've been with Plexus for over 2 years now and have just been learning as I go. You know, when I got started, we didn't really have anything in place to train, to get people plugged in. It was really just learning as we went. Journey toward Diamond as a whole has never had any clearly defined systems in place to plug people in efficiently or effectively. But you guys, that is all about to change. So get excited. For those of you who are like, okay, I love systems, I love, just processes and strategy, you are about to get fired up. For those of you who are like, what did I just get myself into? Don't worry, this is going to help your business as well. This is going to help you reach your goals, even if you're not really a strategy kind of person. So as most of you guys know by now, I am a dreamer by nature and full of ideas on a regular basis. Those of you that know me, I'm always coming up with ideas. But execution and implementation, that's not really my cup of tea. Hence why 2 years into this and we don't have any strategies on our team. So sorry about that. But I have been praying, you guys, for people to come to our team and come alongside one another and combine our strengths in a way that would benefit the team as a whole. I've always known from the get-go that we needed systems in place. I just didn't know how to make it happen. It's not my strength at all. So, you guys, God delivered. He brought this core group of women together And it's just really exciting, the ideas that are about to unfold for our team. He brought together a few amazing women that are not only full of great ideas and wisdom, but also committed to following through with this process of implementing systems for our entire team. You guys, this would be a lot easier for people to do for their individual teams, you know, underneath Journey Toward Diamond, but these women want to see our entire team succeed, and that is one plexus, you guys. That is why we always say we are one team, because we're all here to help each other. So a few weeks ago, these women and we were on a road trip. We hopped in a car and drove 4 hours to see Eric Worre in Dallas. And although that training was amazing and inspiring, I truly believe that the greatest takeaway was the time that we had in our car. 4 hours there and 4 hours back to just really brainstorm and strategize and share ideas and how we're going to carry this stuff through. And realizing that we were all feeling this sense of, okay, something needs to change. We've got to get like well-oiled machine happening here. So when people jump onto our team, we know how to plug them in efficiently. We know how to give them the best tools and resources at their fingertips so people can run with this as quickly as they want to. So that was really so amazing, just having that set aside time to do that. And we are so excited to take Journey Toward Diamond to the next level as a team. So who is ready to streamline our businesses and have systems in place for optimal success? Because that is what we are about to unfold to you guys tonight. And you guys, this is brand new to us. And so we are looking for your encouragement, but not only that, your feedback. We value all of you so much. And we want this to be beneficial for all of our businesses and all of our new team members that come in. So this is going to be kind of like a trial and error thing. And we are open to your feedback and suggestions. But we're going to lay it out to you guys tonight, what this is going to look like over the next few weeks as we're unrolling these exciting things. So without further ado, I'd love to introduce the ladies that we have been working together and creating these systems for our team. You can say hello, and then we're going to get jumping right in. So Christy Cook, and make sure you guys unmute yourselves. So Christy Cook, there's Christy. Mary Kinnerly.
Hey guys.
And Kirsten York.
Hello.
Okay, so I am going to change the speaker view so you guys can see the speaker. And I hope this works. What do you guys see on your screen?
I see you.
Okay. Christy's up. Do you guys see Christy?
Yes.
Yay! Okay. So Christy is going to start us off. Go for it, girl.
Okay, so I am going to screen share here for a second, so give me 1 second while I pull this up. And we're going to look at our very first graphic that we are going to be using. Okay, can you all see that?
It's itty bitty Christy.
Hang on. Can you see it now?
Yeah, and that's not the right one. Oh, there you go.
Can you see it? Oh, goodness gracious. Why is this not working?
Wait for it.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Why does this only work when we don't need it to?
Christy,
One job, Christy.
I know.
I'm totally kidding.
You want me to do it on my end?
Try and do it on your end because it is not coming up. I mean, when I click on it, you still can't see it, can you?
Mm-mm.
Ugh, what is wrong? Yeah, Kirsten, you try it.
Sorry, guys.
There we go.
Did it work?
Yours, yep.
Oh, good.
Okay. So, whew, that was fun. All right. So the very first thing that we're going to go over is the JTD SOP, which stands for Journey Toward Diamond, Standard Operating Procedures for all new ambassadors. So really what we've been hearing, or I know I've been hearing, and I'm sure the other leaders have too, is that nobody knows quite what to do with somebody when they join. They join, they order their products, and they're kind of just there. You know, you're helping them with their products, but you don't know what else to do with them to get them started and get them going, and help them to be successful. So we've laid out 6 steps that we think are going to be really helpful. And we know they're going to be really helpful to get people going and get people plugged in right away and help them succeed and stick with Plexus, whether it be the business or the products, for the long haul. So number 1 is we want you to be sending a welcome email within 24 hours. That is an email just explaining who you are, and just the very basics of what Plexus is, welcoming them to your team, and giving them the very basic information to get started. That can be, you know, the basics of make sure you're drinking your water, and, you know, here's how to contact me if you have questions, and this is what time our team meetings are, and that type of thing. So it doesn't need to be document heavy. If that's your style, then go for it, but it doesn't need to be. So, you know, whatever you feel your person needs, just make sure it gets out to them within 24 hours of them in your team. So number 2 is adding them to the team Facebook pages. This is super important so that they can see the culture of our teams, and when we say Facebook pages, we need more than one, simply because if you have personally a team page, then you definitely want to add them to your team page, but you also want to add them, if nothing else, to your closest jewel team page. So for our case, that would be Amber's. So the Journey Toward Diamond team page is a must. They need to feel the culture of our team and know that our team is one, that we all work together as one Plexus, and they need to know that we're here to support each other, whether it's just for the products or for the products and the business. That's the only way that they're going to see that culture is from those team pages. They're also going to get that basic information like promotions that are happening and information from the from corporate and that type of thing. So make sure that you're adding them to your team page, your upline's team page, and then for sure your closest jewel, which right at the moment is Amber's team page. So conduct a 3-way Zoom or call within 72 hours. And we're going to go over this in more detail in a few minutes. But these are really, really important, just to welcome your person to your team with your upline. Your closest upline is usually best, but if they're not available, you know, that next leader upline is a great option as well. So we'll go over what we're going to talk about in that soon, but definitely within the first 72 hours, you want to do that. We're going to add them to our Success in 7 Facebook group. Those are going to be starting, our first one starts on May 9th. So we're kicking that off next week, and you're going to be adding those, your brand new people to that Facebook group on Sunday, and that will begin every Monday. And again, we'll go over the details of that with Mary in a couple minutes. Conducting a virtual sip and see with a new ambassador. and at least 3 prospects. It is so important to get your new ambassador started with their friends. This journey is so much more fun to do with people, and especially people that you know. So inviting a couple of their friends to get started with them and to go on the journey with them, they're more likely to stick with it longer if they're doing it with a friend. So we'll definitely need to do that as well. And also the last step would be adding them to the Thriving in 30 Facebook group, depending on their interest after they're done with the Success in 7. So, and we'll go over that a little more in the future, but that will help them on their journey in the business. So we're going to pass it on to the next person.
Hey, before we do that, do we want to wait for questions at the end, or do we want to ask if there are any comments on this up front?
Let's do comments at the end.
Okay. All right, I have to figure out how to do this, so just give me a second.
We're looking for a technical person, by the way. We're hiring.
Okay, let's see. Can y'all, I don't think you can see that, right?
Mm-mm.
All right, hold on. New share.
Yes.
Can you see just that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I am going to go over, this is an infographic that we created for 3-way and Zoom calls. I know we've had some questions about how to make those successful, so I'm going to cover the content of this, and then, as Amber mentioned, we're going to take questions and comments at the end.
And Kirsten, can I just jump in real quick?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see the font, so Kirsten's going to be going over each step, and then we're going to have these graphics available for our team. So you'll be able to read through these graphics a lot easier after this.
I can try to maybe blow it up as I go.
Okay, perfect.
Is that working?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, good.
Okay. Okay. So, so for the 3-way call in Zoom, this is what we're talking about. So if I'm signing somebody up, let's just use myself as an example. It would be myself, my new ambassador, and my immediate upline, which would be Lisa. If I can't get Lisa, then I'm trying Becca. If I can't get Becca, I'm trying Christy. If I can't get Christy, I'm trying Amber. So that's the idea, guys, is you want to be going to your nearest upline. If your upline isn't active for any reason, then go one above them. If you have a sideline partner that you're super tight with and you think they would be great, you can ask them too. But the idea really is to try to get them plugged into your individual team. So that's the first point, really, is about that. You want to make sure that you're inviting right. You need to make sure the right people are on the call. So again, you, your new ambassador, and the closest upline that you can get to you. The second thing you want to cover is, if I'm bringing my new ambassador on, they likely know my story, right? I've shared that with them. That's probably part of the reason they decided to try Plexus, or hopefully, but they certainly don't know my upline story. So really what you want to be doing is making an introduction and then kind of handing it off. And then let's say you're the upline now on the call, okay? But this is what you want out of your upline. I want you to think about it from both ways. You really want to be sharing or swapping stories, okay? That's really a key to a successful 3-way Zoom or a 3-way call if you can't get a Zoom for some reason, is to ensure that everyone shares their stories. So the new ambassador, again, has likely heard their sponsor stories. So you want to be sure that the upline is sharing their Pleximony on the call. And if you're the upline, you want to make sure you're giving your 2-minute spiel. The other thing you want to do, and the third most important thing, is you want to establish goals. You want to be sure that if you're the upline on the call, or if you're the sponsor and your upline's on the call, you want to make sure that they are establishing the goals of the ambassador. I ask everybody on these meetings, what are your health goals? What are you hoping to accomplish with Plexus and to get out of your regimen. It's really important that you understand where they're coming from and what their goals are. Even if they've been on product for a while, it's good to know where they've come from and then where they are interested in going. The fourth thing you want to do as the upline is review the products, okay? You want to make sure that you're verifying, okay, Sally, it's so great to talk to you. I know from Jennifer that you're taking the triplex. Let me tell you a little bit about each of those products. Review quickly the science behind each of them, what they should be getting out of them in terms of results, and maybe even what you've experienced in terms of results if you're taking the same thing. It only needs to be a couple minutes, but it's important for them to understand that you have that knowledge and you want to establish yourself as the authoritative figure right there in that moment. The fifth thing you want to do is highlight resources. You want to take a quick minute to make sure that the new ambassador is familiar with the team pages. Remind them that their $34.95 got them a website, and you certainly want to recommend participation in our team huddles just like this one, and you may even have individual ones for your teams that are on a smaller level. The sixth thing you want to do is encourage action. You want to provide the new ambassador with ideas for their first Facebook post. So let's go back a minute. Maybe they've told you, well, I've been on the products a month. I really got more energy. I'm sleeping better, but I'm hoping I can lose 10 pounds. You can say, okay, Sally, I think you have a great post going here. You've already seen results. You're optimistic for the future. I would really encourage you to get on Facebook and maybe set up your story. And remind them, tell them to start thinking about friends they would want to be on this journey with them. Maybe clue them in on how to share testimonies, make sure they're added to all the Facebook groups. That's part of the SOP that Christy just reviewed. So they're going to be on the groups already. Remind them they can grab testimonials and how to share those. The seventh thing is you want to make sure that you're authentic. Okay, when you're speaking with a new ambassador on a three-way Zoom or a call, you want to make sure you're enthusiastic and you're friendly. You do not want to be preachy or trying to talk down to someone or make them feel like you know more than they do. Always ask questions and be a super good listener. The conversation cannot be one-sided with you kind of lecturing to them. It's great to share your story, but then you want to say, okay, Sally, what's been your experience? This was my experience with the triplex. What have you seen so far? I love this. This is my favorite question. What is your favorite thing, or what do you like most about what you've seen with triplex to date? So you don't open the door for any negativity. Just what do you like the most of what you've seen so far? And it's just really critical that you get that interaction going through the whole call. Then the last thing is you want to wrap up. You want to try to keep it to less than 30 minutes. You want to be respectful of their time. If they're engaged and they're talkative and you have the time and it goes longer, don't worry about that, but try to keep it to a manageable level for all the parties involved. When you close, you want to be sure that you remind the new ambassador you'll be friending them on Facebook, that their sponsor is going to be putting them into a private Facebook group that's going to give them 7 days of fantastic information so they can just learn a little bit more about the fundamentals of the products and the business.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you, Kirsten. All right. So wait, did you get it all? Okay, wait, there you go.
Okay. And then do you want me to open up the one for Mary?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Okay. Yes, please. Sorry, guys. It just takes a minute.
No worries.
Okay. Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Thank you, Kirsten.
Welcome.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to talk to you about our exciting Facebook group that we are doing, and this is the cover page for it. It's called Plex Us, Success in 7, Understanding Product and Business Fundamentals. This is the group for every new ambassador. This is something that I'm praising God for because we've needed this, and you no longer have to do this on your own. This is such a blessing to you guys, to me, to everybody on this team. We no longer have to recreate the wheel. We no longer have to wonder, did we go cover this with that new ambassador or this? This is a one-stop shop for every single new ambassador, whether they're in it for the wholesale discount just to get their products cheaper, or whether they're in it to take off with this business and run with it. This is for every new ambassador. Our hope is that you will add every new ambassador to this Facebook group. We're going to be doing these every week. We're going to do 3 a month, the first 3 weeks of the month. We started on May 9th, like Christy said. They're going to run Monday through Sunday. So some of the things, besides it being for everyone, I want everybody to understand that, and our prayers that you're going to add every one of your new ambassadors to this group, okay? No matter what their goals are. So this group is going to cover the core of what every single person needs to know to be successful on their products and to get the health benefits from these products, but also it's going to cover basics about if they're considering the idea of sharing Plexus as a business, this is going to get them started on the right foot, okay? Every day, we're going to post a graphic that outlines what we are hoping that they will get from the group. There's going to be a product video posted every day. And let me tell you, these product videos, we're going to cover not just all of the product. We're going to cover the product, but we're also going to cover key health issues as to why people need these products, so that they have a great understanding of gut health and blood sugar control and the products. Okay, so these are going to be awesome videos to help deepen your understanding of the products and how they work inside the body. We're also going to have a business video every day, and we're going to cover the bare minimum basics that every single person should know if you're going to share Plexus as a business. So we're going to set you up to succeed. And then every day we're going to do a daily check-in, just that you watch the product video, that you watch the business video, and we're also going to encourage people to reach out and invite people to their virtual sip and see. Because our goal at the end of this 7 days is that each person, each new ambassador would have reached out to a few of their friends and family that they either want to lock arms with and do this health journey with, or that they want to join them on their Plexus team. And then so at the end, the new ambassador, their sponsor, and their friends and family could get on for a virtual sip and see. And that is our goal. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very interactive. We're going to have, they're going to get points for the daily check-ins. And they're also going to get bonus points for things like this, like the HUDDLE, and for different things that they can do to earn points. And at the end, there is even going to be a prize for the person who does, who accumulates the most points and is the most interactive throughout this Facebook group. So it's something to be very excited about, guys. I'm super pumped about this. Every single new ambassador is going to have exactly what they need to get going. So
awesome. Thanks, Mary. All right. And I am going to be talking about something that people can get plugged into after the 7-day the Success in 7 group. So wait for it. And be writing down your questions, guys. I'm sure you guys are having questions pop up left and right as we're going through this. So write those down because we want to get to them at the end of this. All right, guys. So this group is going to be available to people after they've been in the Success in 7 group. So they're in that 7-day group. All wholesalers, all new ambassadors are going to be added to that group to get the basic tools that they need to be successful in the products and in the business. And then after that group, this is the new group that people can get plugged into. And this is called Thriving in 30. And the 30 is 30 days. So this is a 30-day challenge group that we are going to offer on a monthly basis, a new group every single month, so new people can get plugged into this. And this is a challenge group, you guys. This is a 30-day challenge group full of tools and knowledge to help your business soar and to take it to the next level. And you guys, this doesn't have to be for just new people. This can be for, maybe you had a friend that joined you last year and the timing wasn't right for her, but now the timing is right and she is hungry for this opportunity. This is something you can add people to, no matter how long they've been with Plexus, no matter what their rank is. They might not be silver yet. You can add them to this. They might be senior gold and ready to work this as a business. You can add them to this. So this is a place to add people to that are hungry for this as a business and are ready to learn and grow. So like I said, this is going to start fresh every single month. We're going to kick off the first Thriving in 30 on June 1st. So mark your calendars. That's when we are going to roll this challenge group out. This is a place where people are going to be challenged to step outside of their comfort zone, but in doing so, they will see growth in their business. And so this is for all of us too. This is, I don't think we ever get to a place in our businesses where we've arrived. You might just need a challenge group to kind of up your game a little bit or to refocus. This is for you also. We're going to have daily challenges that are designed to grow your belief and your confidence and to hone in on your strengths and how to best utilize those in your business. And also build a community of like-minded people, because as we all know, this journey is much more fun and enjoyable and successful when we link arms with other people that are wanting to go the same direction as us. So we're going to have these on a rolling monthly basis starting the first of every single month, and there will be daily challenges, and it's going to be really, really, really exciting. We have the content ready to go, and we're just going to be waiting to add people to that group out of the 7-day groups, and then going from there. So do you guys kind of see like how this process, like one thing kind of leads to another, and that's kind of what we were going for. We wanted something that made sense and that was duplicatable, and that we knew, okay, when you get a new ambassador, this is kind of the standard operating procedure of what you do. This is how you make sure that they are given the keys to be successful, whether that is just the products or whether that's just the business or whether it's a combination of both. So this is our system that we have designed to move people through in a way that will help them get the results that they are looking for. So we are so excited about these systems that are in place as a whole, so that we can all focus on growing our businesses in a duplicatable way. Because with this explosive growth that we are on the brink of, duplication is going to be key. All right, so we are going to open it up for questions. Christy, Kirsten, and Mary, did you guys have anything to add before we do questions?
Well, I would just say that if we could even in the Plexus Success in 7, just go back and this first group, add all of your new people, not just the brand new people that you just added, but add new people. Let them all go through it. And then as far as this, the 30, Thriving in 30, let's all do it ourselves. Let's all go through this training so that we can know what to expect and we can explain it to everyone we put in there.
Yes. And, I just want to put this out to you guys that this is a great opportunity for people to step up and be leaders. We're going to be having these groups going on an ongoing basis. And so, don't be scared or surprised if one of us reaches out to you and gives you an opportunity to lead one of these events. We have all the information in a duplicatable fashion. It's just going to be a matter of giving you the opportunity to hold the reins and post these things to the group pages and just monitor and answer and give feedback. So if we ask you to lead one of these, this is a great opportunity for you to grow in your leadership skills, because as we're all going to the top, we have to grow in our leadership skills along the way. So it's just such a great way for us all to join forces, and honestly, this is going to lighten the load for us. It might seem like it's kind of a lot to process and take in right now, but once this is a smooth operating machine, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I got a new ambassador. I know exactly what to do. let's put this person, in this group, and then, okay, she's ready for this group. It's going to be so streamlined, you guys. All right. Okay, let's see. If you guys have questions, you can unmute yourself. You're going to have to unmute yourself because I believe everyone is muted. And then you can go ahead and ask your question. I'm going to go through the comments and see if anyone had questions.
Amber, I just wanted to add, I don't want anyone to feel shy about making comments because we're rolling this out in this fashion very intentionally. Our feelings will not be hurt. Like, our goal is to make sure that this is amazing for the group and works for everyone. So please do not be shy. If you see something or you have a thought, we really, really would like to hear it. I honestly want everyone to know that.
Yes, we value your feedback, and we realize that this is a learning process. This is all new to us, and so if we've missed anything or if something needs tweaked or, if something's not working and we need to do something different, we are totally open to that. And so for sure, like Kirsten said, don't be afraid to share your thoughts on everything.
Okay, I'd like to just add a couple of things. My name is Sue Halverson, and this is fabulous because I think if this would have been in place, we would not have had the problems with one of my new ambassadors. And it really maps out, and another team that she inadvertently got signed up into was much quicker than we were, and so it created some problems that backtracking from were very difficult to do. A couple of the things that I think of, it is just excellent, but a couple of the things that I noticed that I hope are going to be addressed, first of all, is how to join Zoom. I mean, just basic. When I first started, I didn't even know that was something I had to do, how to do it. I guess I would suggest, and I would want to do with the new ambassador, is have them with me the first time and do a huddle with them so that you're showing them how to get on Zoom, that they even know that they have to sign up, go through the process on their computer to be able, and whether you're in Safari or Google, there's steps that they have to do for it to open up, because my first time it wouldn't open up. It would say browser not supported. And so then I'm trying to, the meeting was half over before I even got into the first one, just because of some of those technical things. Mm-hmm. And so I'd say that that's a real basic thing, is to do it with them the first time, so that Zoom, some people are very technically challenged and some people just, it's no biggie. Right. And so that would have been very helpful for me to have, kind of just known all that from the beginning.
Yes.
The other thing, that the phrase that keeps on getting talked about, that maybe those of you that have been in it for a long time, everybody knows what that means, but as a new ambassador, it's kind of a foreign language when you say die off. What does die off mean, and what does that look like, and all of that? Because as a new, if somebody is trying the products at the beginning in the first month, they're having problems, and you can say, oh, that sounds like die off. Well, what is die off, and what are the symptoms of die off, and things like that? Those are just the two things that for me have been very confusing.
Right. Sue, thank you for that. I definitely think the die-off could be something we address in the 7-day group.
Absolutely.
We have a full day of gut health planned for the video of gut health. And so I think that's a great segue. We could even find a nice graphic that lists off some die-off symptoms and put it out there that day.
Very good.
That would be great, because I know that gal that we had issues with, she's experiencing die-off now. And so that scared her. That's part of why she is apprehensive to continue. And I think that can be the case for a lot of people. That first month is having some of those symptoms and thinking they're abnormal, so then the product isn't good for them.
Right.
And Sue, that's one of the reasons why I say even us as ambassadors already, we need to go through this training, because this is going to train us as ambassadors to know what to say to address those issues with our new ambassadors too, so that we can kind of prepare them as well.
Right. I totally agree. This plan, it looks absolutely fabulous.
I can do a quick graphic too on how to join Zoom and download it onto your computer, and that might just be useful. Most people should be doing it in their initial 3-way. I think maybe Amanda commented that the first 3-way should be a Zoom, and I agree. The more face-to-face you can get, the better. So we can just add a quick graphic that would be available to the team. That way they can just shoot it out to prospects, so they can just follow the steps.
That might be something you want to include in your welcome email.
Yeah, welcome. That's a good idea, Mary.
Very good. And then you guys, as we're all going through this initial 7-day group that we're going to be starting, we feel like we have an awesome list of content that we're going to be addressing, like blood sugar regulation and why that's important. But if you see some holes in what we're sharing, obviously we tried to scale it down to 7 days because we don't want this to be a 30-day group that people are like, oh my gosh, like so much information. But if you see something that you're like, yeah, I just really feel like a new ambassador needs to know that stuff, like the die-off that Sue was talking about, we want that information, and we want to be able to address those things in the first 7 days that people are with our company. So
the pay portal was also kind of hard for me to understand, and so that pay portal would be very important to go over, and that understanding about a conditional and unconditional backup order, them really understanding that, because that can be confusing. What do you mean, the difference between conditional and unconditional? Just not really understanding how important that is for if you want a paycheck. So and what happens if I do sign up and watching to make sure that it's your name on the top, so the same thing doesn't happen. I'm hoping with the IT things that they've made the changes on, that isn't something that can happen again, that it would come up to the wrong sponsor page. So hopefully those IT things are in place to prevent that.
Yes.
Well, one of the things I would mention is that, like, Sue, a lot of those things that you're talking about like the pay portal and knowing about PV and that sort of thing, the new ambassador fundamentals that we've been doing periodically on the team, that is going to be revamped a little bit, and it's going to be offered at the end of this 7 days as kind of a wrap up, and so it will cover a lot of those kind of things so that people have a greater understanding.
That sounds super.
Awesome. Does anyone else have any feedback or questions? Feel free to ask, and then we can go to the chat thread too and see.
Okay, I have one.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys are setting up the 30-day, but let's say you have an ambassador sign up on like the 15th of the month. Which one would you advise, like the one that they're currently in, or starting them at the very beginning of the month?
I would add them. So first you're going to want to, go through that SOP, like the standard operating procedures. So I would add them to the 7-day one first. And then after that is over, Say there's still a week or two before the beginning of the next month, I would wait to add them at the beginning of a new group.
Okay.
Just to make sure that they start on the right day. And because a lot of that 30-day group is going to be seeing who they're in that group with and building those friendships and sideline relationships. So,
Okay.
but I mean, if somebody's gung-ho and ready to go, definitely don't and I know you want it, but definitely don't be like, well, okay, I'll talk to you in 2 weeks when I can add you to this next group. Just start planning those virtual sip and sees, those 3-way calls with potential people joining their team. And there's a lot to do in the meantime. So good question, hun. All right. Did anyone else have one? Sharon had one at the beginning. She said, most of my new ambassadors don't want to join the Facebook pages, at least not initially. I offer to everyone, but only a few say yes. Any recommendations other than just following up again each month to see if they'd like to join? That's a great question, and I hear that a lot. My take on that, and you guys might have a different take on that and can share. My take is, if you join as an ambassador, being a part of the team page is a privilege. It's something that just kind of goes along with you paid your $34.95. You get to be a part of this team page. You can turn your notifications off. You don't have to be updated every time you see a post from Amber Ike or whatever, because I know that can get annoying. But this is really a great way for you to be supported and to get the information at your fingertips, because when people sign up and they're not added to team pages, that one person is only getting the information you give that person. And you might be an amazing upline and giving them all the information they need, but they're not seeing the full picture if they're not able to see the culture of our team and they're not able to research things on their own in those team pages. And, I really look at it like it's just part of being an ambassador. And so basically the verbiage I use when I sign a new ambassador, I let them know, hey, I am going to be adding you to these Facebook groups. They are our team pages. They're full of information and support and encouragement. Feel free to turn off the notifications if it gets too out of control for you. But it's just a great place to come back to if you have questions. And so I really think a lot of that is just in the way we present it. I don't ask if they want to be added. I don't.
It's a great point, Amber. And Christy actually responded to the comment, kind of basically saying the same thing, that she, don't even ask, and she's only ever had one person ask to be removed. Now, I do have a few people who aren't even on Facebook, but I think that's the approach I'm going to take from now on. That's really good advice. Thank you.
Yes. And I have a lady that joined our team last month, and when I asked her if I could add her to our Facebook group, we're not friends on Facebook. And so I didn't realize she didn't have Facebook. And I was totally like, that's okay. I'm here for you. I didn't say you have to get a Facebook account to be an ambassador on my team, but she actually, she's coming over next week because she is loving our products and she realizes there's a lot more she could be learning and gaining by being a part of the Facebook page. So she's coming over so I can help her set up a Facebook page. So just look at it like, you guys, we have something of value. And it took me a while to really shift that in my mindset. But it really is just in the way you present it. So I really think everyone needs added to those team pages. And so many of us started for that wholesale discount. And once we realized that these products were working for us, but not only that, that other people were having success with this, that's what flipped a lot of us from just wholesalers to business builders. So you just never know who's gonna realize that Plexus is more than they ever thought possible.
Yeah, thank you, Amber, and thank you, Christy. You both gave the same advice without even realizing it, and it's really helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good question, though.
Amber, I have a question for those that may not be sending out welcome emails. Is there a basic welcome email that you might have suggested that maybe could be put in documents or something?
I don't really have like a basic one. I really like what they said. It doesn't have to be document heavy. I mean, a lot of you probably have gotten a welcome email from me in the past month or two, if you've joined in the past month or two. And like they said, like, go with your personality, what works for you. If you are a document person and you want to add the triplex regimen and you know, tips on getting your water in and all those things, then definitely go that route. But if you're not, even just a simple message like, welcome to our team. I'm so excited for you. Here's whatever information you want. I'm hearing feedback, sorry. Oh gosh, that's annoying. Did you have anything to add to that?
Well, Kirsten and I kind of looked at what Amber's sending out, and then we took down some basic things that we're going to be putting in ours. I haven't actually created mine. I don't know if Kirsten has yet, but I would be happy to share that with anybody if you want me to. I can send you what I come up with. It's going to be very basic. I'm not going to overload. I don't want to overload people at that point with like documents and a bunch of information. But yeah, I mean, you know, Casey, I can email it to you whenever I get mine put together. I think that we felt like what we came up with complements what Amber sends out without duplicating it exactly, you know?
Yep, and I did the same thing, and it truly is the basic introduction of who you are, and what your team is about, and you know, just the basics of getting started. You know, maybe up your water while you're waiting for your products to arrive, and that kind of thing. You don't want to get into too much because you're just going to overwhelm them and scare them off. It truly just is a welcome to our team. So excited to have you. This is how you can reach me. Don't hesitate if you have any questions.
Yes, and I will say, even if you are a document person, like they said, don't go heavy crazy on the documents, because a lot of people aren't document people these days. Just, I don't know what it is in our culture, but we're just not really document oriented as much anymore. And so I know when I signed up, Nikki sent me her welcome email, and there were 16 documents. I probably opened one and was like, and I wanted this as a business, you guys. So, I mean, I should have taken the time to sit there, but it was easier for me to go to YouTube and look up videos and learn that way, because we're all learning in the nooks and crannies, and I don't have 3 hours to read documents. So if you are a document person, just pick out maybe your top 3 and send those is my recommendation. And if people want more information, we have it available, but I wouldn't overdo it at the beginning.
I think the key for your welcome is to introduce yourself and to give them your contact information. That's like the very basic what needs to happen.
Yeah. Anyone else have any questions?
I think stressing that water intake is really, really good, because I hear from so many that they'll have headaches or whatever. And so if they're not used to drinking a lot of water, that can be key to why their products aren't working properly for them as well. The other thing that I have liked seeing in document form is a schedule of adding products and taking them. That to me was very helpful. I had never seen that document of kind of systematically increasing the product to have it more effectiveness for me. And so that was very helpful for when that got shared, of just how to sequence the adding of new products. So I think that would be a good welcome thing as well.
Yes, and that triplex regimen is actually going to be a part of the 7-day group, because that is huge. You know, majority of us probably just started on all 3 products at once, the triplex. And then we probably experienced that die-off that you were talking about earlier, Sue. And so that triplex regimen is really to encourage people to start slower so we can reduce those die-off symptoms. So yeah, that's definitely, that graphic is going to be in that 7-day success group. And that's why we want you to add people to that, you know, right away. Like, don't feel like, okay, well, let me wait a couple weeks and see how they're liking the products and see, you know, if they really want to be added to this group. No, you're going to add them. Like, say they sign up on a Wednesday, they're going to be a part of that group that next week. So that way, when they get their products, they have information in their hands on how to take them effectively. And that way we're not scaring people off if they do, you know, they get their products and they take 6 Probio 5 their first day. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I have this headache. I can't take these products. No, that's not the situation. We just need to give people the right tools from the very beginning. So great point. All right. Does anyone else have any questions? All right. Well, if you guys, like I said, this is all new to all of us. And so we are going to roll out the first group, the 7-day group, next week on Monday, the 9th. And so we are going to, I mean, like Mary said, add everyone, because all of us, I mean, even I have been with this company for 2 years, I need to be in that group and figuring out how this is going to work. So when I add people, I know what information they're getting. So we're gonna be adding people to that group next week, and then as you gain ambassadors, as people join your team, make sure you guys are getting them plugged into that group. And I know a lot of people are probably like, well, they're just wholesalers. Like, I don't want to overwhelm them. I don't want to do a 3-way call and bother them because they told me they didn't want this as a business and not to bother them. You guys, I have done so many 3-way calls with people that wanted this just for the discount. They didn't want this as a business. And that time together is not just to share the business. It's to help understand what their goals are, why they want to use our products, how we can help them see success with our products. I've never had somebody get off of one of those calls and be like, well, that was a waste of time. You know, people are paying good money because they're looking for results with our products. And we need to understand that our products work. It's just a matter of, are people going to take them in a way that is going to be effective, and are they going to be consistent with it? And that's when we come in as ambassadors and we're able to link arms with them and help them see the results that they're looking for. And so that's really exciting, you guys. We're not here to bother people and force them into a business that is going to, you know, be burdensome. We are here to help people see the results that they want. And so don't shy away from those 3-way calls and adding people to these 7-day groups, because we're here to support the people that join our teams. So
Should I add that person that is wavering to the group for her to be able to, I know that she needs the product information. So, because I don't even know what to call her right now.
Right. No, this is just for ambassadors, but the information that's going to be shared in that group, you can for sure, like, when you're following up with her, share those videos with her about the importance of gut health or blood sugar regulation. That's a great question. This group is just going to be for ambassadors, though. But the information we share in there, you can completely share that with other people to help them make an educated decision.
Okay.
And then those people are the ones that you can, you know, get on the phone or get on a Zoom with your upline and really just be educational and inform them, and just you know, those people, when we share information with them, then they can make a better decision, you know. Awesome. All right. Well, if you guys didn't have any other questions, I'm going to hang on. You guys, you know we have to do our weekly picture. And we have 2 screens. You guys packed the house. We had over 40-something people on tonight. So excited that you guys took the time out of your busy lives. Hang on. You guys know that me and this phone. Oh, gosh. Hang on. Oh, Lord.
Every time.
I know. It's ridiculous.
Amber, you have an awesome phone.
I know, right? I need to do affirmations about my phone. It's from October, you guys. Like, how is my data that full? Like, that's ridiculous. I got a new phone because my other phone was so full. I don't think that's a good reason to get a new phone, but that's what happened. All right, so I'm going to take a picture, and then I'll get the next screen. Ready? Cheese. Okay, and then next screen. All right, ready, set, cheese. Oh, wait, I'm not on that screen. I was still smiling. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. And yeah, we are excited to roll this out. But like Kirsten said, give us feedback, you guys. We want this to be as helpful to everyone as possible. So. All right. Night, everyone.
Bye.